Thank you very much for your attendance, everyone. I really appreciate it. It's a very exciting time for Kaiser. It's transformational. We've just purchased a very profitable gold mine, and that transaction hasn't concluded yet. So what I'll do is I'll run this presentation through on the basis, pro forma basis, that we have concluded the transaction. So Kaiser has 3 gold mines and 2 processing plants. So we're off to a great start to embrace this current extraordinary gold run. Very excitingly, the Henty gold mine is currently owned by Catalyst, and if you take the March quarter production, pro forma current gold price, it made $11 million in free cash. So it leaves us in a wonderful position that fits with our beautiful pipeline of other assets. The A1 gold mine, which we've invested $25 million, it's at the bottom of the J curve and about to ramp up its production, and I'll talk about that, and the Maldon gold mine. So that is a earlier stage mine. It's on care and maintenance. The other 2 mines are in production right now. And I'll talk about the strategic value of the Maldon gold processing plant that we have in central Victoria as well. So Kaiser's a multi-asset, 30,000 ounce gold producer. Pro forma last year, it would be a 33,000 ounce gold producer with a clear pathway to fairly rapidly get to about 50,000 ounces, and when we bring on Maldon, potentially up to 100,000 ounces. We own all of these assets 100%. In the transaction, we've raised $30 million. Catalyst is coming on as our 20% shareholder, and we'll be entering into a strategic joint venture with Catalyst on their exciting gold project to the north of us in Victoria. And the enterprise value of all of this is very modest at about $75 million, $27 million cash. So we're in a very comfortable financial position, and I'll move on quickly now, because I only have 10 minutes to talk about 3 mines. Myself, I'm a geologist, been involved in the mineral industry for many years, and built several mines over that career. Steve Formica is a well-credentialed businessman, and Stuart Howe has a depth of experience as well with roles such as the Chief Operating Officer for Zinifex in the past. But the star of the show going forward will be Brad Valukas, who's coming on as he'll be taking the role as Executive Director and Chief Operating Officer for our group of assets. And his skill base is exceptionally poignant for what we're trying to do. He was the manager of technical services for Northern Star, so the mining division effectively. And during that role, he was involved in the foundation projects and taking those and optimising them and making them fit the Northern Star criteria. So his experience is beautifully applicable to what we're trying to achieve here as we bring on a multiple mine business. So pro forma, again, importantly, we'll have a decent mineral resource of 636,000 ounces, very open-ended to expand. And the Henty purchase is a sub-1 year payback at the current gold price. So on any business metric, it's a fantastic business deal, but it's got a 5-year mine life here of 154,000 ounces. That is open-ended as far as resource potential for further exploration and resource conversion with further infill drilling. So we expect that to grow over time. Henty was a 1.4 million ounce, 9 gram per tonne discovery, so a really pretty spectacular discovery. In 1993, the Placidoma Barrack brought into production. So the mine has got sort of, I guess, large company quality infrastructure on site, which is fantastic. It operated up until 2011 under their control when Diversified took over with Pybar, and the gold price was very tough, and it was a tough time, and they operated that mine on a sort of a hand-to-mouth basis. And then Catalyst entered in 2021, and they rolled up their sleeves and did a fantastic job of drilling, expanding that resource. They increased the resource substantially despite depletion and built a maiden 5-year reserve, which you can see on this graph here on the left side. What's really attractive to us, though, is obviously the cash flow. And if you take the 2024 financial year and apply a 4,700 Australian gold price, so about 500 less than today, it would have made $50 million in free cash. And as I said, our enterprise value is about 75 million. So pretty attractive metrics, I would have thought. But the opportunities are abound at Henty as well. Catalyst was also in the process of extracting more out of it. They were running studies on automating the mill, which could yield a 10 to 15% increase in production with very minimal capital. By dropping the decline height, potentially go from 30-tonne trucks to 40-tonne trucks. And the mill's running at full capacity of 300,000 tonnes per annum at the moment, but importantly, there's upside. And the geologist in me has to actually show you this image here. It shows the hatching on the right, shows two of the areas that have been the subject of the most recent exploration work by Catalyst, and there's a significant open-ended resource there that will be the subject of a lot of drilling by Kaiser as we continue and maintain Catalyst's discipline to advance this project. But interestingly, the ore body at Henty is dismembered by faults. And this next image shows it a bit more clearly, the inset in particular. You can see those faults. And ore bodies like Henty don't just suddenly appear from nowhere. They tend to follow a fluid pathway or a channel. And Henty has been dismembered by faults at numerous points. But in that, I'll just try and put the pointer on it. Oops, that's back. Is there a pointer? Or maybe... There's no pointer? Oh, well, that would explain it, sorry. You can see where some conceptual drilling and some actual drilling has been conducted, looking for the continuation of Henty. So it's produced 1.4 million ounces at 9 grams. If it continues, well, that will be a very exciting proposition for longevity and the overall grade and profitability of the mine. Some of those drill holes have been very successful technically in identifying alteration that's typically found against mineralization. So a lot of smoke, no fire yet, but that is a work in progress, and we really do enjoy exploration. Moving on to Maldon now. Maldon's located in between Ballarat and Bendigo, and it was an extraordinary mine in its heyday. It was a very famous mine internationally. It's actually produced about as much gold underground as Ballarat has to date. The actual goldfield itself has produced over 2.1 million ounces of gold, near 30 grams per tonne. What's very exciting about Maldon is if you look on the right-hand side, good Lord, I don't have much time. On the right-hand side, they were actually mining a 180-metre long strike, 16 grams a tonne, 2.5 metres wide when they flooded the mine. No one has drilled a single hole there since 1913, that when the mine was shut. We now keep that mine dewatered with a decline that goes right through, you can see to the middle section there. We keep it ventilated, we keep power there. It's on care and maintenance inside a granted mining licence, which is extremely important in Victoria, with the relevant permits to restart mining. It was given a brief flurry of production and put on care and maintenance at $1,600 an ounce Australian in 2018. So it's ready to restart. It's open-ended with high-grade mineralisation where we have drilled. We see an easy target of about 500,000 ounces of gold from within the existing indicated and inferred and target resources that we have. And very, very quickly, I'm going to have to talk about the A1 gold mine. We've spent $25 million so far getting through the remnant ore of what is a particularly rich and unusual gold mine in Victoria. It's been remnant mining for the last 40 years, and that has obviously, the best ore has been taken. It's hampered our production rates. We have now drilled to the bottom. We've actually, at the bottom, we're opening up that mine, and we're at the bottom of the J curve. We're about to really start producing. So this will be our second big engine. So 3 mines, lots of cash, making lots of cash. Thank you very much.
Oh, no.
Thank you all.
Okay.